Guys, what's up? It's Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Gab and Bree, we've been gone for a little minute, but we're finally back. We're back at the perfect time, let me tell you, because this week has been nothing short but crazy. It's been crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit.
It's been crazy. It's been fun for me. Bree, has it been fun for you?
Yes and no. Today, not
Fun's
so much.
a light word. I don't know why I said fun.
Yeah, fun's kind of a relative term. It's been interesting.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
As of Sunday, if you want to just go straight NFL terms, Sunday afternoon is kind of when shit got crazy, and it's just been nonstop ever since. So, let's try to go in chronological order, I guess. What happened first? Amari happened Sunday morning.
That one was big. That one was really big, and I was kind of shocked that he actually did it. You know, I heard people saying, oh, he's going to do it. He's going to go to the Browns. I'm like, why the F would he go to the Browns? No offense to my football team, but if you're a wide receiver, what is appealing about the Cleveland Browns in this moment? Money, I guess. But that wasn't even the case, I don't think, because he already was
right. So the Browns are taking he's taking the contract from Dallas. So it's not like he got a new deal or anything. My biggest thing with that, and like I think it's as a team, it's a good move for you guys. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think it moves the needle because of the quarterback situation.
That's for another that we can get into that. We will get into that. But when he signed, the day he signed, it's just like interesting. Yeah. I don't get that, but I appreciate you wanting to play for my football team.
So I wonder if that, I mean, I'm sure it went through his head, but like how much of a consideration, I guess, that was for him, because he could have easily been like, yeah, sure, trade me there, but I'm not going to play. So figure out another,
what the heck I'm going to do. Yeah.
Either the Browns release me and I send somewhere else, or, whatever. But I don't understand how he could be.
I mean, I don't really think he has a choice. So I don't think he had a choice, but still, I just don't think it's very, it's just not an appealing place to land as a wide receiver at the current.
Let's just call it what it is. He downgraded at the quarterback position. And we've already seen one really, really, really good wide receiver not do well in that situation with that quarterback, like all of that. So it's going to be interesting to see how long, it goes smooth sailing wise, or if, say, 3-4 weeks into the season, he's like, what the fuck? Like this quarterback, if Baker is still under center.
Okay, so do we just go right into that?
Just dive right into that.
We'll just go right into that. Yeah. Well, first off, I will say that I'm mad at Amari Cooper for taking Juju's number when he's supposed to come to my team also.
People aren't going to like that one.
That's okay. Whatever. I don't care. But I'm happy that he's here. Now, we'll just go into it, I guess, because we already have Amari Cooper. Might as well get it out of the way. Baker Mayfield's not going to play for the Cleveland Browns next season. It's been reported by multiple people so far today that he is not going to be the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns next season. Everyone has been saying it. Everyone has been saying it since like 4 p.m. today.
So do you think that means the meeting with Deshaun Watson went well, or do you think regardless of what happens with that?
Regardless, he is gone. From what I'm hearing is that he is either going to not be there or request a trade.
Interesting. Okay.
He does have a market. He has a market. He has a market. Like someone's going to want him.
That's the right move, I think, for both sides.
I do too. I think it's time for a breakup.
I think it's one of those situations that we've talked about where like maybe a change of scenery is kind of what it's going to take for him to get to the level that we all kind of thought that he was going to be at, however many years into his career. And then
as a number one pick.
And then for the Browns, I mean, it's another quarterback change, but this might be the time where this quarterback change kind of puts you guys over the hump. And now
I already thought that. So
now with the moves, I mean, you let go of Jarvis, but I think
that was already going to happen either way.
Amari Cooper's
Jarvis
a real
was
big
gone either
upgrade.
Way.
Right. Like, that's an interesting situation to me too, where he ends up. I've seen rumors of the Browns. I think I saw the Packers somewhere. A lot of people I've seen just on
Chiefs
the Patriots
and Bills a lot.
The Bills, man. I can't.
I know, but I've seen Chiefs and Bills a lot.
They're already stacking up, and the Patriots
they really are
getting worse.
The Bills are really doing it. Yeah. But yeah, so Baker Mayfield was left with a new wide receiver, and I just don't think he's going to be out on the field next season. I mean, I don't think I would. Someone said trade for Jordan Love. Delete that comment right now. Yikes. I just don't think you can put Baker Mayfield after you put all your money in to go get Deshaun Watson, which that's a lot in itself.
Yeah.
And that tells you everything they need to tell you about where they stand with you as a quarterback and where they think you are going to take this organization, which is not very far.
Right. I mean, some of your fans were tracking the owner's private jet to see if they were going to get involved in the Deshaun Watson talks. So like
that's what you need to know about Browns fans.
To be honest, that should show you right there.
They were right about the plane. The plane was the one that went. They did that with McDaniels when he did their interview for us. When him and his group, they came in to do their interview, they tracked his plane. They're like, oh, he's coming in. He's coming in today. This is the interview. A couple hours later, they said he's flying in today. So if there's one thing Cleveland Browns fans are good at, they're good at tracking planes. I don't know what else we're good at, but we will track an airplane. We'll track LeBron coming back. We'll track the planes to Houston. But yeah, I don't think that will be. I don't think we are leaving Houston with a quarterback.
Okay, but would you want to? I know it's a loaded question given all of the stuff surrounding Watson. I know, over the weekend he was found not guilty, but that's a talk for another time.
Things, it just kind of makes me sad, It's just one of those things that just makes you sad to talk about things, to like even that we have to, it's just sad that we have to even discuss it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
The worst part. That's one of the worst parts about sports. You can't get second chances in a lot of jobs, but if you're in the NFL, you can do that, and that is just it's just a lot of things.
We've already over the years we've seen how different like punishments can be for
depending on what it is.
Wide range of different things, the severity and stuff.
Calvin Ridley is going to be suspended for a whole year, but then. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me really sad because during the 2020 season, that's when Baker, we made the playoffs, we won the game, but the beginning of the season, it was really bad. This was before anything happened with this man. It was before anything happened. I was a big Deshaun Watson fan when he was saying he wanted out of Texas. I was like, this would be great for the Browns. And now I'm like, this is just bad. Like if this is what it costs to get him, I just don't think that's a good price to pay.
Yeah. Well,
but again, it's a business and it's the NFL. No matter what I say, it doesn't matter because they're just there they're going to do whatever they can to win football games and keep their job. And that's just what sucks about it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, nothing I don't think is ever going to change when it comes to the disciplinary stuff in the NFL. Like you can see all these guys smacking around their girlfriends or their wives and stuff, and they'll
score touchdowns.
Maybe not even get suspended. And then just the difference between, I guess, the consequences of the actions, it's a mess. And it's been a mess. This is nothing new, right?
Yeah.
We've probably been talking about the same thing for 5, 10, 15 years at this point. So
and I don't think they'll get him. I do not think Deshaun Watson will be a member of the Cleveland Browns. I know that they're going to offer a lot, which they're probably talking right now.
Well, didn't they already offer a package that included Kareem Hunt and Baker?
I think this was all just bullshit that people were just spewing out there for someone to leak something. I don't think they offered anything until they went today. But I'm pretty sure that Baker would. Well, I don't think Baker would even be in it. They don't want him. The reports are out that they don't want him. They would rather have Davis Mills go out there, and then I think that they would trade Baker Mayfield to I don't know, maybe the Colts, the Saints, the Seahawks. Someone needs a quarterback.
Yeah, well, that kind of goes into our next topic.
Someone needs a quarterback.
The Buccaneers needed a quarterback. Bruce Arians has always been a Baker Mayfield guy ever since that, Baker came out in the draft, he said when Arians retired, he said, I would only come back to coach the Browns with Baker. And it looked like that was a possibility with the quarterback position being open in Tampa Bay until Sunday, when one Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. decided to end his 6-week retirement while I was doing laundry in the laundromat with terrible service.
Okay, give us a rundown of the situation.
So I'm legit in the middle of transferring my clothes in the wash to the dryer, and my phone starts going crazy. But the service in the laundromat stinks. So I'm trying to load all of these different things. I'm going from Instagram to Twitter I'm trying to see if somebody texted me. And the only text I got was from one of my friends saying, Brie, are you okay? No context.
So you're thinking, you're freaking out. Oh my God, that's fucked up.
I had no idea what the hell was happening. All I know is because I get Tom Brady's Instagram notifications. So whenever he posts on Instagram, it gets sent to my phone immediately, and I can pop it open right away. So I saw he had posted on Instagram.
So you're like, oh shit.
That wasn't loading. And then I got that text, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I have tweet notifications on from Adam Schefter, and I believe he was the one to like tweet himself instead of just retweeting Brady, or like he quote tweeted it or something. And it was like, oh, Brady's coming out of retirement. And I'm standing there and I'm like, this guy.
Are you kidding me?
This guy. 6 weeks ago, I was crying and I was going through the grieving process.
He's going to make you do that again.
All 5 stages. And he decides to come back, which don't get me wrong, I'm happy about. I love Tom Brady as much as anybody, if not more. Even when he left the Patriots, I mean, I'm not a Bucs fan. I'm a Brady fan. I'll watch Bucs games if the Patriots aren't on, and I'll root for Brady if the Patriots aren't playing them, and whatever. I just, I'm happy for him. I really am, because I don't think he's done. The way he finished off this last season, his numbers were ridiculous. He was on top of the league in touchdown passes, yards on the season, yards per attempt, like pretty much everything except for like touchdown to interception ratio. I think Rodgers had him on that, and then QBR, which I think is a fake stat anyway, but irrelevant. I'm happy he's back. I'm happy that the NFL has Tom Brady again, because I think overall it's a better product with Tom Brady on the field, regardless of the fact that he's gonna be 44 years old. Like he's still playing like a maniac. And I hope my thinking on this is if he can figure out things with Tampa, because I do think that there's truth to some of the reporting and some of the rumors that, you know, him and Arians kind of don't necessarily get along, and like working together is a little tough. I don't think Arians is all that great of a head coach personally. And I know quite a few people agree with that. I mean, they cut to him on TV, and all he does is just stand there. He doesn't look like
he just puts that little fucking hat on. He puts the hat on, and then he just stands there and looks goofy.
Yeah, and his little crossbody thing with the mic pack, and like he just whatever. I think at this point, Brady wins one more and then he retires. I think that's kind of.
But do you think he's gonna win one more this year? I'm just gonna count him out already. I'm counting him out.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not. I'm never gonna count that guy out.
I'm just gonna do it.
I know way too much to count that guy out. I just think he could. Realistically, in the NFC, he could. The only team that
not Aaron Rodgers.
At this point, really I think it's the end of their way is the Packers. But yeah, exactly. Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs doesn't necessarily do it.
Yeah.
He's not winning this year. They lost some key players. And they just filled a need on the offensive line by trading a 5th-round pick for Shaq Mason. You got.
Okay. Can I ask you a question about Tom Brady?
Go ahead.
Okay, because this is what I feel like he did, and just tell me if I'm wrong or not. I really feel like he was just being a sore loser and a prisoner of the moment. Like he thought that they were going to go to the Super Bowl again, and he lost on that touchdown, and the team let him down. He was like, you know what? Fuck this. I put myself out there for this to happen. We didn't make the Super Bowl. I'm good. You guys are not good. I'm really good at what I've done. I've done enough. I don't need to be out here anymore. fuck this, I'm done. And then he realized, hey, maybe I could just try again. I think he was just in his feels for a couple days.
Do you really think so?
I do, because after the, like, even in his like little press conference after, and no hate to that, I just feel like he was just being a little crybaby. And I really like Tom Brady, but I just think
no, you don't.
Yes, I do. I like Tom Brady post Patriots.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like Tom Brady on the Patriots because he gives me LeBron vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it.
I like Tom Brady. LeBron, I think he's funny. Like, I like what he does. Like, he posts funny stuff. He's interactive. I like him. Like, I think he's like the best quarterback of all time, but I thought he was just being a little baby.
So my thinking is I think he told his wife that this year was the last year because she has been on him for close to 10 years about retiring. What else do you have to prove? What else do you need to win? You've won it all. You're the best. Nobody's ever going to come close. Mm-hmm. Like, what else do you need to do? And like, I truly think not only was it the thought that he wasn't done, like I genuinely think he sat there and he looked at himself and he's like, I'm not done. Like I can still do this. I can still beat out kids that are half my age in this sport who are supposed to be better than me, who are supposed to be more, I guess athletics not the right term when we're talking about Tom Brady, but who are
but he's
more skilled
is a good one.
Poised to win more.
Yeah.
And it's I think he really, sat down and he talked to his family and he talked to his team, meaning like Alex Guerrero, his agent, Tom House, his old quarterback coach. Like I genuinely think he sat down and was like, do you guys think I'm done? Like, do you guys think I can't play anymore? And they were probably all like, no, you freaking idiot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it was a rash decision.
Had everything. I think
too quick.
I think a lot of it had to do with the media too. Like this comment says, Schefter like breaking the retirement before Brady actually was able to retire. I think that kind of forced his hand just a little bit. And then I don't know. I think in the moment he was ready. And I think he kind of agreed with his wife. Like, yeah, I don't have anything else to prove. I don't have to play until I'm 50 years old to be the best quarterback to ever suit up in the NFL. I already am. Like, I've already won 7 Super Bowls. I've already got all of these accolades, but
seriously,
you
know what he should have done?
He's doing it.
Post on April 1st. He should have posted on April 1st, but that would have been after like free agency.
Because 2 years ago on April Fool's Day, he said that he was retiring, and I almost had a heart attack. So April Fool's jokes, I can't when it comes.
Yeah,
to Tom
but like
Brady,
that would have been so good. Okay, do you think Gronk comes back with him? I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say.
I just feel like I'm gonna say no. I don't know though.
Yes, on the contingent of Gronk wanting to play more. If Gronk is ready to retire for real this time, then like sure, so be it. But he's straight up said that he only wants to play with Tom Brady. He doesn't want to play with any other quarterback but Tom Brady. That's the whole reason why, when Bill wanted to trade him to fucking Detroit of all places, he was like, no, if you do that, I'm gonna either retire, ask to be released, whatever. So if he wants to play more, I definitely think the Bucs can figure it out to get him a deal. But I mean, he is banged up for, he's what, 30, he's going to be 33, I think, 32, 33. He's got some injury issues. I mean, you saw
he's only 32?
Yeah, something like that.
What? No way. Travis Kelce's like 34.
I think he's gonna be. Let me look it up because I believe he just turned 31 last year.
No way, that's a lie. Is that for real?
I feel like it's pretty accurate.
31.
32. He's 32, so he's gonna be 33.
Oh, he has years.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. He's got years, but he's always had injury problems. And last year he missed.
Oh, this comment.
5 or 6 games.
This comment's good. You'll love this one. Late in his career, I don't see Gronk going to another team unless he goes back home. Wait for it. To Buffalo.
No. Nope.
No, I don't think so either, but that's funny. I do not think so. That would not happen.
I know, like, him and Belichick didn't get along, but he's already looked at sourly by Patriots fans for the way he retired and then unretired, and it seemed like it was kind of all planned out.
And Buffalo doesn't need him. They have Dawson Knox.
I know that's where he's from and everything, but I don't think he would want to do that to himself legacy-wise. Because people here would, at that point, half of the fan base is already ready to write him off, pretend he never existed. People would be pissed in New England. Pissed. I would be furious. I'm already like, whatever when it comes to him.
I was kind of pissed at Joe Hayden when he went to the Steelers, but I mean, I get it. It's business, but you know,
I would.
It is what it is. You know what thing probably set him over the edge? He probably saw Baker Mayfield to the Bucs rumors, and he was like, "Oh hell no! Let me get out of retirement real quick. I can't have this guy go down there and embarrass my team like that. I cannot do that to my guys." Then that's why. Shout out Baker Mayfield for getting Tom Brady out of retirement. What a big day for him.
Thing right. Thanks, Baker.
Right. What a big day for Baker Mayfield. If you had to put $100 right now where you think Baker Mayfield would play next season, where would you do it? What would you do?
Carolina.
Baker Mayfield to Carolina? Sam Darnold again?
That was the first thing that popped in my head.
No, I don't know. I would go Colts.
Ooh, you think so? I just think it would be such a bad look for that front office if they went from Carson Wentz to Baker Mayfield.
Someone's gonna have him, and I don't think it's gonna be my team. I'm afraid.
I honestly think Jimmy G is gonna end up in Indy. I really do.
I think that'll work out well for him. I do.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, that's
I don't think
really
he's gonna
good team.
I don't think he's gonna win a Super Bowl, but I think he'll be fine. They'll probably actually make it to the playoffs this time.
Yeah, I don't think they'll lose to the Jags and get knocked out of the playoffs because of it.
Can we talk about that guy real quick, Carson Wentz? I forgot about that one. That one started us off real quick. It's going to be very unfortunate for the next however many years they're going to call him Commie Carson.
Well, I mean.
Someone said Baker Mayfield Vegas. That makes sense.
That would be interesting, actually.
Ooh, I like that one.
Josh McDaniels gets a younger.
He likes Baker Mayfield.
He can work with. He does.
He does like Baker Mayfield.
The Pats were really high on Baker in his draft year.
Not.
They weren't. Yeah, you're not fucking kidding. They obviously weren't gonna trade up to the number 1 pick to go get him, but I mean, they liked him. They really did. But everybody did, and now it's kind of
right. I mean, like it's just because he was good in college. He was one of the best college football players of all time, I would say.
I don't know about all time, but he was good.
I would put him top college quarterback, one of the top college quarterbacks of all time. I would.
I don't know,
but that doesn't matter when you're in the NFL.
No, we all thought Johnny Manziel was the second.
Can we not
coming.
do that one?
So
let's not do him. Let's not do that one.
Notice how the Browns quarterbacks too.
Yeah, that was too far.
Oh man, sorry.
Oh God,
Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, what
to the Commanders? I keep saying football team. I cannot, for the life of me, say Commanders.
Commanders.
I've been practicing. I've been trying so hard, but you know what? It's the football team and Carson Wentz. Call me to the Commanders. I don't know what's that going to do.
Why are they doing this?
It's not an upgrade from Taylor Heineke. I'm like, guys, I'm afraid it is, but I just don't know how much.
Not a big one.
Not a big one, but it's an upgrade.
Yeah. But and this goes back to last season when I was all over the Colts and Carson Wentz because
me too.
I thought it was a bad
loser.
Move.
I was a loser for thinking they were going to be good.
I know. I tried to tell you all year.
They fooled me. They were come on. They looked good at the end until they played the Jags.
It just didn't. I just don't think he's a good quarterback. He's like your typical run-of-the-mill, average as heck quarterback.
Eli Manning. He's an Eli Manning, but not as good.
He's just like, I don't know. So it doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense for the fact that, the Colts dumped him. They were able to dump the rest of his contract, which is a great move for them. But what the hell is Washington doing? Like
I mean, who could they have gotten? Realistically, they had to get a quarterback. They had to.
They definitely had to, but I don't think they needed to rush and get Carson Wentz and trade for Carson Wentz.
Well, they thought they were going to get Russell Wilson, and that didn't happen. So they said, "Well, who's the next best thing?" I guess
Jimmy G would have been a good fit there.
Jimmy G would have been better than Carson Wentz.
I mean, even Baker would have been a better fit there than
no way.
Carson.
No, I wouldn't go that far. No, I would pick Carson Wentz over Baker Mayfield.
I don't know. I just think
I would pick Carson Wentz over Baker Mayfield.
But I think with the type of offense that Washington runs, I think Baker is more. I don't know. He just feels like a better fit to me. Carson Wentz doesn't. I don't think he fits anywhere. I really don't.
Terry's not going to get the ball if Baker Mayfield's the quarterback.
He's not going to get it if Carson Wentz throws it either. He's going to throw picks.
Oh my God. You know what? We say that and we joke about it, but Carson Wentz only had 7 interceptions this season.
Yeah, but he didn't throw a lot this year because they had.
I know, but he didn't have as many picks as Baker Mayfield.
Well, that's true. Baker Mayfield had Nick Chubb, so I guess
and Kareem Hunt. So, and
I don't know. There's just something about Carson Wentz that I
know.
I don't like him.
Like he's not going to be terrible, but he's going to be okay.
He's the 3rd best quarterback in that division, I think, though.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Jalen Hurts can be a lot better than him this year. I thought last year he flashed a lot. I know he had some not great games and some really not great moments, but
well,
in terms of
no one can be worse than the other guy, Daniel Jones.
And in terms of well, they just signed Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah,
so
but like
hopefully
it's gonna. And when I say this, I am not saying it to joke around, and I'm not saying this to be funny. How long is he gonna last there?
I know.
And I feel bad because every time he gets his opportunity, lady fucking punctures his lungs. He hurts himself with the Browns, and then Baker Mayfield comes in, and like, it's just every single time.
This poor guy has no luck whatsoever when it comes to staying healthy.
No luck at all.
And like the beginning of the year last year when he was able to play the first, I don't know, 2 games, they looked pretty good.
Yeah.
They looked pretty good for, being the Houston Texans and all. But
they're a mess.
I don't know. I hope he gets a legit shot at some point this season, which I'm sure he will because it's the New York Jets, and I don't think Daniel Jones is the answer. That just all depends on, if he can stay healthy. So fingers crossed for that because he's good. Like he's able to be a starting quarterback. It's just a matter of
can he actually do it?
Can it happen?
Can it all come together?
Can his lungs stay intact? Can his bones not break? Like things like that. So we're pulling for him, that's for sure. But it's just
we should talk about our little team swap today. Our little swap we did for our 2 random players. So you go first, tell me about this guy, and then I'll tell you guys about Mac Wilson.
All right, Chase Winovich. Congratulations on taking. I mean, he cut his hair, which was pretty much the biggest flare.
Cut his hair.
He has to him, so that sucks. But his rookie year, he was pretty good. For a rookie in the Patriot system, he played a lot, played well. And then the last 2 years, his playing time got reduced. He fell off in the run game. It looks like he's just kind of lost. I don't know what the hell happened, but this year, he like barely saw the field. And it seemed like one of those things last season where they were going to try to find a new home for him. Didn't happen. So I'm not surprised that it happened this year. I also think the fact that he started to do like weekly radio spots with a local sports station.
He was a little too talky.
I think he was a little too talky.
Gotcha.
There was one time last year where he started to talk too much and it sounded like somebody came in and like pulled him off the air. So naturally, I mean, everybody knows Bill's not a big big media guy. He doesn't like his players doing too much talking to the local media, the national media, anybody. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure that didn't go over well. But
oh, well, that's not going to go well with Mack Wilson. Then I'll tell you that much. He's going to have to delete all of his accounts.
Yeah, well, that was kind of going to be my follow-up, because I know I've seen you guys tweet about how much he's on social media and he uses social media and stuff. I mean, I know in college he was a stud, and I know he hasn't. It's been pretty much a similar situation for him in Cleveland as Chase was here. Like the last couple of years, he's just kind of been.
Well, I mean, like we've had a lot of great players on our field, and he just didn't see the field as much as they did. And I don't think that he liked that. I mean, I will say he seems like a really great dad. He posts all kinds of cute photos of his child on Instagram, all kinds of funny stuff. Like that's good. But then he also does some crazy stuff. Like there was this time, I will say there was this time, Mack Wilson, if you're listening, I'm sorry that I'm doing this to you. He like, oh my God. He posted a photo of him in the weight room. And he photoshopped it so bad. Like he photoshopped his arms and like if he was gonna do this, please, sir, use a plain background. There's like lines on the wall behind him. Please look at the photo. Can you see this photo that's up right now?
Get out of here.
Yeah, that was posted on the internet. He approved this image and posted on the internet.
He looks like one of those like karate dummies.
Yeah, but do you see the lines in the back?
Yeah, it looks like they're going like this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why do that one?
I don't know. Yeah, that's.
But I mean, he does work very hard, and he will try very hard, and he will stick up for any teammate that you need to. And he seems like a really great teammate, but he just talks a little too much.
I think Bill's gonna be able to get a decent.
Yeah,
he'll
be like,
hey,
maybe like shut it down.
He's I mean, Alabama product. That's already a check on Bill's list of requirements. So
right, but like he's a good teammate and he works hard, and that's I guess that's all you can ask for, to be honest.
Yeah,
and he needed to change his scenery. I think he was just over Cleveland.
Right, and same thing with Winovich. I think it works out good for the both of them. Mm-hmm. I think with Mack though, this is going to be like the perfect opportunity for him, because a lot of Alabama boys on this team. First of all, if the Pats keep Hightower, which I don't necessarily think they're going to do. I want them to. He's just getting older, slower, not great. But he is like, in terms of the last 10 years, is the OG Alabama linebacker. And if he's going to learn under anybody, I think that's a really good spot to start in. He's younger. He's faster. I don't know. I'm optimistic with this move.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he got to do something that he wanted to do, which was a long time coming.
The move I'm not happy about is what happened like an hour ago. The Patriots trading away Shaq Mason to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Like, what are the Patriots doing?
Sending linemen to help Tom Brady. And all they got in return was a 5th-round pick, which some people may be like, oh, I don't understand why, like, you're freaking out. Like, that's whatever, that's like the average compensation. It's not the average compensation when you're trading away a top 10 lineman. Like Shaq Mason, I believe on Pro Football Focus last year, was graded as the number 3 right guard in the league. And
now he is with Mr. Brady. He's with Mr. Brady.
Swapped for a 5th-round pick, is now back with old teammate Tom Brady on a team that's much better than the New England Patriots. And the craziest part about it, I saw this tweet earlier. I wish I clipped it so we could throw it up, but the Bucs just lost Ali Marpet, who Pro Football Focus had as their 5th-ranked guard. And all it took was a 5th-round pick.
One little ring to my old home.
That's it. That's it. All it took was a 5th-round pick and a nice little, hey, how you doing, on the phone to get Shaq Mason, who is a better graded player. It's just, in the tweet, Tucker Boynton, if you're a Boston sports fan and you don't follow him, he puts out really, really good insight, really, really good stats and analytics. He's a fun follow because he breaks it down in a way that is easy to understand. And it's things like this, like I never would have even in a million years thought to go look that up, but it popped up on the timeline. I was like, oh shit, well, that's interesting. And he said the rich got richer, and that's 1,000% true. The Bucks fleeced the Patriots when it comes to this, and it's surprising to me that Bill couldn't get them to sweeten the deal a little bit more.
It's just surprising to me all the moves that have happened so far. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Okay, so the Chargers, the
fucking Chargers,
and they didn't even pay that much money. He's not making the top money.
I thought J.C. Jackson was going to get paid a lot more.
No,
than
he's probably the 7th paid corner in the league, like 7th. I would say 7, and he's not making Jalen Ramsey money.
No, not at all.
Jalen Ramsey is the highest paid corner. He's not making that money.
Saw people on Pat's Twitter getting upset that they looked at, the deal. They looked at how the deal broke down, and per year money-wise, just like without seeing any details of the contract, it seemed like it was something the Pats were able to do.
It seems like anybody would be able to do, to be honest.
Right. But what I think people are not getting is Bill Belichick is not going to give anybody $40 million of guaranteed money. He's not going to do it. And it had been reported that the Patriots offered him like a $50 million contract, but it wasn't the length that he wanted. Obviously wasn't guaranteed as much as he wanted. So it didn't work. They never, I feel like, came close to making it work. They weren't going to franchise tag him. And even if they did, I don't think JC would have played under the franchise tag, even though it's pretty much, I want to say maybe $500,000 to $1 million less than he's getting annually right now. But it sucks because he went from an undrafted guy to like a top paid corner, and it's awesome to see. I'm happy for him. It sucks that, he's not a Patriot anymore, because now that cornerback situation's a little sparse. I don't know. Happy for him. The Chargers are going to be good.
No, the Chargers are going to be good. The whole division is good.
The Chargers are going to be
the whole division is going to be good.
So good. I can't wait to watch them this year. Not just because, as we all know, I'm a big Justin Herbert fan. I think Justin Herbert is going to be the next big thing, in my personal opinion. But the moves that they made on defense, they got Khalil Mack, they got J.C. Jackson to go with Joey Bosa, Derwin James. They re-signed Mike Williams. Like, they're doing it. They have seen what Kansas City has done to them the last couple of years. They have seen the major upgrade at quarterback that the Broncos just made. Josh McDaniels comes into Vegas and he says, "Hey, Las Vegas Raiders, I'm fixing this shit up. We are going to be a good
We're going to sign Baker Mayfield."
Okay,
imagine Baker Mayfield.
That's fixing things. But
imagine Baker Mayfield playing in a division with Russell Wilson, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes. Woo!
One of these things is not like the other.
People say that about Derek Carr.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've never been a big Derek Carr person. My boyfriend and 2 of his friends and I the other night got in a heated debate about whether Derek Carr was good or not.
Oh, Derek Carr's good.
So,
I mean, I'm not saying he's like a top guy, but he's good.
He's good enough, but not good enough to win a Super Bowl with. Like, he's good enough if you want to just be, a middle of the pack team that's able to win 7, 8, 9 games a year. He's not good enough if you want to win a Super Bowl. And the exact point we made the other night was he's going into year 10, 11. Like, he's been in the league for a while and he hasn't been able to do shit. And I understand that the Raiders haven't always helped him.
The best situation for him to be
on the outside.
Yeah.
But he's a notch better than his brother. And his brother was not good.
Is what it is.
In my opinion.
A quarterback situation.
But the AFC West is nuts.
There's a quarterback situation that's not as nuts. And that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mitch Trubisky. I don't think it's going to be terrible. I don't think it's going to be great. somehow the Steelers always find a way to be 500, and I think that's where they're going to be.
It's just, I don't know. Mitch Trubisky is going to be the guy that takes over for Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, but like, would you rather have him or Mason Rudolph?
Trubisky, but in a perfect world, neither.
Well, yeah, but if I'm taking the two, I'm going to go Mitch. If you give me Dwayne Haskins, Mason Rudolph, and Mitch Trubisky, I'm picking Mitch Trubisky every single time. He won a division with Matt Nagy, and now he has Mike Tomlin.
I was just about to say, I think it's a major upgrade at head coach from what he's used to in a starting role.
He has good pieces around him.
Better talent than what the hell he had in Chicago. And then, I mean, he backed up Josh Allen for a year, so whatever. I don't know.
That's helpful.
It's going to be, I totally agree. But I think he's got a ceiling, and I think it's pretty close to what we saw when he was still in Chicago. So I'm right there with you. I think at best the Steelers stay around 500, maybe one game over 500.
Yeah, I don't see them having a losing season. If they're lucky. I mean, I looked at their schedule. Their schedule's not that hard. I mean, this is Tom Brady retirement, so take that for what it's worth. That was during the Tom Brady retirement days, so it wasn't very hard. But I just don't see them being terrible.
Yeah.
And if we don't have a quarterback, that's 2 wins for them. So
yeah, well, I was going to say, it depends on how that division goes, too. Because last year it was crazy. One game separated you guys pretty much the entire year for the all four, not just like you and Cincinnati. All 4 teams. It's crazy.
Up until the very last game.
Yeah. So
speaking of Cincinnati,
that'll be
I kind of want to talk some shit on them. I kind of do. I'm sorry. I really need. I've seen their fans all week. They're like, "How come people don't want to sign with the Bengals? How come no one's coming to the Bengals?" You guys don't have a practice facility. Let's start with that one. You guys practice outside in the snow, and then you use Cincinnati Bearcats practice facility and drive a bus there and have a fucking parade every time you guys get out to go to practice. People say there's nothing appealing about Cleveland. Carry it over to the other team in Ohio.
Hold on, timeout. Let me read this YouTube comment. Stay away from Gillette. I went to the Pats-Bills game in Gillette this past season. So expensive. $15 beers to see a ragtag bargain team. You $15 everywhere. Beers at pretty much every stadium you go to. That has nothing to do with Gillette Stadium. I went to Staples Center or Crypto.com or whatever the hell it's called now for a Kings Bruins game. A Bud Light was $13.50. So
I mean, beers are expensive everywhere. They should. I do agree. I do agree. It's ridiculous. Expensive. It is ridiculous to pay that kind of price when you have to watch your team suck. Like my rule is, if your team, like for baseball, if your team gives up more than like 5 runs, you should get a free beer. If your team gets no hit, free beer for everybody next game.
I'm all on the free beer train, but like
most places are expensive.
Pretty much every stadium you go to you're going to be paying an arm and a leg for an alcoholic beverage. That's just how it is.
I mean, you'll pay like $5 for a water. It's kind of fucked up. It's stupid, but it's just.
Also, on the topic of alcoholic beverages at sporting events, this comment just brought it to light. Can we stop drink shaming people?
What do you mean?
If I'm going to a sporting event, I said Bud Light, and this guy goes, "Ew, Bud Light feels bad, man."
Then don't drink it.
I'm not even going to spend even more money at Staples Center to get a mango cart for a cup that's smaller than the Bud Light.
I'm not going to pay $22 for one shot of tequila. I'll tell you that much.
Bud Light's easy to drink. I like it. I enjoy it at sporting events because it goes down easy. I can get a few and have it be no problem. Drink shamers are losers. So we're not going to do that. Let people drink what they want. If you don't like it, don't drink it. Who cares?
Why drink less when you can drink more?
I'm not going to. I don't like
math.
I don't like Labatt Blue.
I'm not going to lie. I've drank a few of those.
They're not bad, but in a choice between Bud Light or Labatt Blue, I'm going to take Bud Light. Also, the selection in Los Angeles is totally different than what I'm used to. I don't want a Corona. I had some Coronas in Mexico, and I was like, yeah, this is why I don't drink them, because I don't like them. Like,
oh, I love a
so,
Corona.
okay,
Not gonna
let
lie.
me drink what I want, people. Okay, shut up. Anyway, well, we've spent almost an hour on the NFL, which is ridiculous because we have so much other shit to talk about.
Wait, let me ask you one quick NFL question. I know your answer.
Oh God.
But I just need it. I just need it so I can post it later.
Okay.
If you had to pick who is going to win more football games this season, Mitch or Baker?
That depends where Baker's playing.
Well, I know my answer already, and I'm gonna pick Mitch. I know that's messed up, but I'm just gonna go for it. I feel confident with Mitch and Mike Tomlin, and when I say that, I mean Mike Tomlin.
I don't know, because I just think the Browns team in general is better than the Steelers. So, like, what Baker lacks, I still think that they can make up the slack.
Okay.
I'm going to say Baker, but I'm going to say by, like, one game.
Last part, who would you rather have on your team? They're both very much mid. It's a mid-off. I saw that they were saying that on ESPN the other day. They're like, they should bring in Mitch Trubisky to have a QB mid-off battle with Baker Mayfield, and I thought it was funny. So if you had to pick between the two, who are you picking?
Well, this is going to go against everything I say about Baker, but I'm going to take Baker over Mitch.
Okay,
I think Baker has more upside.
I am going to go with Mr. Trubisky. They are almost the identical player with stats. They really are. And I've seen what I've needed to see with Baker, so maybe try something new. That's the only reason why I would go with the other.
That's fair. Either way, I think you're,
doomed.
paddling up Schitt's Creek empty-handed or whatever. But I just think Baker has a bit more on the talent side. I think he's got a bit more in terms of potential, I guess. Mitch Trubisky just kind of seems like, I don't know, just like a Jimmy Clausen kind of guy. Like, he's just there. Just,
he's just there.
Whatever.
Okay. NBA, March Madness. Which one do you want to go for?
Let's do NBA quick.
Yeah, there's really not much about baseball. To say. Yeah, there's really not much to say about NBA, to be honest, besides the fact that free LeBron James.
Hey, he did this to himself.
No,
he did this.
Free LeBron James. Bring him home to Cleveland, Ohio, where he can play with a real team that will win a real ring, with real players on the team that are good at basketball and enjoy playing, and that are not really just absolutely trash terrible.
I've got no sympathy for him whatsoever.
I don't have sympathy. I just want him on my team.
He did this to himself. The whole Russell Westbrook thing is comical. And
no, don't be mean to Russ.
No, I like Russ too, but just the situation to me is hysterical because that was LeBron's call. LeBron could have had DeMar DeRozan in the season that DeMar DeRozan is putting up right now. DeMar thought he was going to be a Laker, and it got pulled out from under him at the last second, in his words. So it's just hysterical to me that LeBron thought building this super team of 30-plus-year-olds. Trevor fucking Ariza, when was the last time he did anything of substance?
Yeah,
Anthony Davis can't stay healthy.
James, come home. That's my message.
He did it to himself. I don't want to hear anybody crying and saying, "Oh, we'll get LeBron out of LA, get him out of LA," because he did it to himself. Maybe let him be the player and let the GMs be the GMs if this is going to be the outcome.
The outcome.
But I also enjoy it because I like when the Lakers are bad, and I like even more when LeBron James
should come to Cleveland. Okay, well, that's a loose term because he's very much succeeding himself. Clearly.
Himself, yeah, but it's a team sport.
He's really good. Like he's still, I would say, best player in the league. I would say he is.
Yeah.
He puts up 50-point games every single night.
Madison makes a good point, though, and she says tell the same thing to Tom Brady. He's recruiting too. The difference between that is Tom Brady's not recruiting 30-whatever-year-olds who haven't played meaningful games in forever. So.
Well, that's because there's barely any. Yes, he is. He's recruiting Gronk. He's 30-something. We just found that out.
Gronk still puts up numbers, though. Trevor Ariza. Come on.
Yeah, but like, it's just, he just needs to come back. He just needs to come back to Cleveland, play with a real team, play with somebody that's going to get you a ring. And yeah, it just sounds like a good plan to me. I don't see where it would go wrong.
Did I see last night the Cavs played their first overtime game of the season? Is that how?
I don't know. Literally the first one. We won.
The season's almost over.
I know. They just haven't played one. They were close a couple times, but I don't know. We usually just win, or that's it. We just win.
It's going to be interesting over the next couple of weeks what happens with both of our teams, because they're both in the hunt to potentially move up to a pretty decent spot in the East.
Yeah, but for like the Cavs, to be honest, whatever happens with them, I'm very happy with.
Oh yeah,
where they end up.
Absolutely, I would totally agree.
They won 19 games last year,
and they're young. Like the average age is what, like 24,
23, I think is the average age. I don't know. The average age is like 23, and the average height is like 7'10". So
Jesus Christ,
our team is that they're not really that tall, but that's what it is. I don't know. Kyrie? No? Yes?
You know what? At this point, I think he's trying to make a statement, and he's trying to be a martyr, for lack of a better term, and he's totally missing the mark. Totally missing it. Like, your team, they're what? The 8th seed in the East right now?
And yeah, but they're gonna make a play in, and
yeah, well, no, I still think they're gonna make the playoffs too, but they could be so much better than that. They could be a top seed in the East if he would just get the vaccine.
Yeah, like I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad for him whatsoever.
You did it. You knew the rules and you did it.
I have no sympathy.
What I will say about it is, I get everybody saying like it's messed up, blah blah. Okay, well, nobody is making this whole rule because of Kyrie. Like it's not made for him. Is it dumb that he can?
For the entire city of New York.
Is it dumb that he can sit there? Yeah, that's dumb. But they're not going to change it just because he's a basketball player. And I think that's where a lot of people are missing on that. Like it's not meant to single out Kyrie.
Right. Yeah, they're not. The mayor's not doing this to be like, oh, I'm a Knicks fan, screw the Nets. Like that's not how it works at all. They're doing it because they want people to get this vaccine so we can put this entire COVID mess somewhat behind us. And Kyrie definitely thinks like he's making a statement by not getting this vaccine. He's not. He looks like a moron. He's hurting his team. This team could potentially be at worst the 5th seed, at worst, if he was able to play. And like,
man, I loved Kyrie. Like, I loved Kyrie so much. He was my favorite. He was my favorite player till he broke up with my team.
I'm just so tired of him. I am. I liked him when he was on, the Cavs, and then he came to Boston, and I liked him, and then he pulled that whole
same bullshit thing that he did here, and
yeah,
it just sucks. He's so good. He's so good.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's an incredible basketball player. He is an annoying human. Annoying. But
okay, so now we got this best duos in the league.
Are we ranking them, or do you want to just talk about them? I just listed off the ones that came to my head.
My favorite duo, Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. That's my favorite duo. I mean, I like Embiid and Harden a lot.
Yeah, they've been off to a kind of a weird start though together.
Yeah, well, they played us pretty well, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Jason and Jalen are always going to be number one for me. Obvious reason. I'm a Celtics fan. But I don't know. they're still so young, and I think they really can push the Celtics back to where they used to be. The second half of the season for the Celtics has been nuts, and it's not just because of them. I mean, Marcus Smart has played out of his tree, and then Robert Williams is emerging as a defensive player of the year candidate. Like it's all coming together. I see this Mavericks fan in the comments. I'm not going to talk about Sunday because I'm tired of losing last second games to you guys. But no, like I don't know. I think the Celtics.
If you had to pick MVP, who are you picking? Jokic or Embiid?
Jokic. I hate Embiid.
See, I have beef with him. See, I'm opposite. I hate the other man. Okay, why do you hate Embiid? We'll go back and forth.
I'm a Celtics fan. He plays for the 76ers, so that's kind of it right there. But I think he's soft. I think he cries a lot. I think he's getting like the superstar treatment where he's a massive human and he should be able to take a little bit of contact, but you even slightly breathe on him and it's a foul. I know that's how the NBA is when it comes to their superstars, and that's, you know, just the way the league is in comparison to, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. It's just annoying to me. I mean, he's a great player. He puts up a ton of numbers, really good at his position, probably the best at his position, but I like Jokic better, I think.
So with Jokic, he's good. He's very, very good. Can't say that he's not. I think he also is a bit of a little crybaby. And I think he's kind of a dirty player sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I think he plays a little too rough, hurts people, and gets away with it. And then his brothers stand on this highline and say they're going to fight you after the game.
Yeah. Well, that
doesn't help either.
They're nuts.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I guess it's just like a superstar thing. Once you reach that level, you got to have something to go with it.
Just annoying. That's one of the reasons why I like the NBA's. I wouldn't say my least favorite, but like if you're ranking the four major US sports, like it's 4 for me. Really? And I love the Celtics. I really do. But
what's your ranking?
Football, hockey, baseball, basketball.
Huh. Wow. Okay. So I would go football, basketball, but they're very like this.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball. And I know the most about baseball, but I just don't care the most about baseball because my team is poor. Hockey is like it's not there. It's just gone. I'm going to a hockey game on Thursday though.
I know. I'm excited for you.
So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how that will be, but
Blue Jackets kind of stink though. But it'll be fun.
They play the Capitals.
Oh. Interesting.
I got nothing.
Okay. So number 43, Tom Wilson, dirtiest player in the league. So he's
like Jokic.
So if you want somebody to boo, 43?
You said 43? 43.
I believe, yes,
okay,
that's
got
right. It. Great looking guy, which is a shame because he's such a dirt bag. But
that's usually how it goes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me see. Was I right? Yep, 43. So there you go. Teaching you. Okay. Dirtier than Marchand. Yes. Don't even get me started. The Brad Marchand hate, please. If we were talking 8 years ago, I would be like, yeah, okay. But he's cleaned it up. He's not perfect. He's cleaned it up. Tom Wilson is out here trying to decapitate people. He tried to literally murder Artemi Panarin last year. So
see, that's what I don't understand.
Miss me with all of the Brad Marchand slander because I don't want to hear it. If we're comparing him to Tom Wilson, it's not. Marchand will slew foot a guy. Tom Wilson will put them in the hospital. So
yeah, that's my thing with hockey that I don't understand. So you can't fight in any other sport, you get in trouble. But you're allowed to have literal knives on your feet and punch people in the face. Gotcha.
Well, I mean,
makes sense.
You can't use the knives.
Yeah, but you still have them.
But yeah, you can fight in hockey.
I think all sports should have at least one fist fight per game. All sports should have at least one fist fight per game.
Yeah. Nothing. I don't think anything is cooler aside from like a really, really good like heavyweight hockey fight. Bench clearing brawls in baseball First, I just think they're the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, like that one time, who got punched in the face? He was sliding into second, and he took his glove and smacked him, punched. Oh, come on, who was it?
Oh, Odor and Jose Bautista.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. Then I would go, next greatest fights I've ever seen was when Yasiel Puig took on the Pittsburgh Pirates alone, and then mid-fight was traded to my baseball team.
Yep.
Yeah, and he didn't even know. He was just punching people in the face while he got traded.
Speaking of dirt bags, Yasiel Puig.
That's one.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's a good transition into baseball, I guess. Hi, friends. Baseball's back. Welcome.
Baseball is here. Finally. Are we surprised? Kind of. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. The lockout lasted longer than Tom Brady's retirement. So that's, fun stat of the day. Tom Brady could figure out his life before the owners could figure out how to present a nice and fair deal to the players.
Next fun stat of the day would be Matt Olson Matt Olson is making $21 million a year, which is $8 million less than the whole Guardians payroll.
Solid. Mm-hmm. That is great. Well, speaking of Matt Olson, a little shitty of the Braves, if this report is true. Now, granted, no confirmation on that, but it's been circulating the Twitter sphere. The Braves did not inform Freddie Freeman that they weren't really going to, make an offer for him, and they, were going to move on, trade for Olson, trade the farm for Olson, and then extend him for 8 years, lock him up, which I think is a great move for them. They got a little bit younger. They've got him, Acuna, and I think it's Ozzy Albies locked up for the prime of their careers, essentially, which is really good for a team that's coming off a World Series win. But not that I thought Freddie Freeman was going to re-sign with the Atlanta Braves. It just seems like a little, I don't know, little odd, little messed up that they didn't at least have the courtesy, again, if it's true, didn't have the courtesy to go to him and say, hey, thank you for everything. Thank you for spending the majority of your career here. The World Series was pretty awesome, but we're going to move on. Good luck. Whatever. I don't know. That being said,
it's, again, business, and business is shitty sometimes.
Yeah. It just, the way they put him on a pedestal and are like, oh, he's the face of the franchise. He's,
this,
that
the
guy.
And then do that.
And then they did that. It's just a little weird. But the whole Freddie Freeman sweepstakes is bananas. A baseball beat writer said 4 days ago that it was going to be solved within 24 hours, and we still have no freaking clue what the hell is happening. The entire AL East is pushing for this guy.
Writers are kind of
have no clue what's going on ever.
Bob. Sorry for that one, but he, you know what he does.
Yeah, anything he says, I take the opposite. That's how everybody is. Everything he says, the opposite.
You gotta wait at least a day to see if it's true or not.
He's just,
yeah, I don't know, but I'm excited for my team to play games. But I will say one thing: if they do not extend Jose Ramirez, I will grab tomatoes from Heinen's right down the street, this grocery store, and I will walk over there and throw them at the stadium.
That's how I feel about the Red Sox with Devers. So I get it. I'm there with you. I'll join you.
At least we get to see baseball games.
The throwing of tomatoes. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. So far, everything that Yankees fans have told us all off season was going to happen hasn't happened, which is great. Love that for them. Love that for me. But I don't know. There's still my God, what an idiot. Again, another New York idiot. Mm-hmm. He can't, if he doesn't get vaccinated, if this mandate doesn't change in the city, he can't play home games.
And that's a lot of games. And then he can't, more than the Nets.
And then he can't play in Canada against the Blue Jays, who are in their division. They have lots of games against them. So he is missing a significant chunk if A, he doesn't get vaccinated, which he should. Or B, this mandate doesn't change and he continues to go and live his life as an unvaccinated person. Like
he's gonna have a lot of off days, I'll tell you that.
And it's a contract year. Imagine pissing away millions and millions and millions of dollars just because you don't want to get a vaccine. Imagine. Like,
whatever. More games to win for everybody else, I guess.
Not I mean, as a Red Sox fan,
I guess.
As a Red Sox fan, that go ahead. If you don't want to get the shot and you don't want to play, be my guest. I have no problems with that. You look like an idiot, but
okay, if you had to predict today,
it's just so stupid.
How many games will your team win? Let's just say they play all games.
Okay.
How many would you put them at?
That's a good. How many games did the Sox win last year? I can't even remember.
I'm pretty sure
it genuinely feels like a long ass time ago.
My team won, I'm going to say 75.
2021. Sox they finished second in the AL East. They won 80?
My team.
Oh, of course it's not showing me last year. That's annoying.
They won
the schedule.
92 total.
The Sox?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They finished second in the East, 92 wins. They're pretty much bringing back the same roster, except most likely Kyle Schwarber. I mean, they lost Adam Ottavino, which, whatever. Preseason prediction, I'll undersell them, though. I'll say 86.
Okay, I will go with, for my team, 75. I have no hope. That's all I got.
Yeah, well, things can happen. Crazier things have happened.
We will see. Hopefully Shane Bieber has a great time. But that's all I got for baseball.
It's just there's, like I said, there's still a lot of big names out there. Correa is still just floating out in the universe. Apparently the Astros are pushing for a really, really, big deal for him. They want to bring him back. I mean, if I were the Astros, I wouldn't want to lose him either, but I mean, I don't really give a shit what happens to that team. I feel like everybody can kind of agree with that. As long as he doesn't end up a Yankee, that's fine with me. Seiya Suzuki's still out there. I would love it if the Red Sox could figure that out, but it seems like he wants to play somewhere warm, so I think that's kind of out of the question. And then this whole Freddie Freeman thing, I mean, that it was supposed to be resolved a couple of days ago. It's, like I said, still have no idea.
We're still going with it.
We're just waiting patiently for things to happen. But spring training games start next week, so it's going to be here quicker than you think. They got to rush all this shit before opening day, which is April 5th, I think. So it's going to be here before you know it, yeah.
Okay, well, real quick, March Madness. I know nothing. I've watched 4 games total, probably. That's a lie. I've watched a little bit more than 4 games. I watched the big games that I needed to watch. Watched a lot of Big Ten, so my Big Ten bias is very much there.
Yeah, I honestly did watch a decent amount of like the conference tournaments, mostly UConn and like the Big East, just because I'm from Connecticut. My boyfriend's from Connecticut. All his friends are from Connecticut, so UConn contingent out in LA is pretty strong. But that's pretty much it. I really haven't watched college basketball much this year, except for a UConn Villanova game in middle of February. So I'm just picking UConn to win it all, just for shits and gigs.
I'm not gonna pick Ohio State because that's a loser pick. I'm gonna go with Auburn as my pick to win it all.
Really?
And that's what I got. They're not going to win, but that's my pick for now. I'm going to pick South Dakota State to upset whoever they're playing. I forget who they're playing, but they're going to beat them. Michigan's going to have an upset in the first round.
Providence.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Good.
I'm going to have South Dakota State over them because Ryan told me to pick them.
Okay.
And because they're fun and exciting. He said, what kind of team do you like? I like one that scores points and dunks and has a lot of threes. He said, pick them. I said, okay, got it. And I'm going to go with Rutgers and I'm going to go with Indiana. I think Indiana is going to win their game and then win the next.
Okay.
So that's what I got.
All I know is Gonzaga is going to continue their streak of being a number 1 seed and absolutely falling flat on their face in the tournament.
I really hope one time to just do it. Just to get it over with.
Yeah, but it's a lot more fun when they don't because it's like a running thing and it's nice.
Like that mustache man will cry again and I'll feel bad.
Yeah.
I
don't feel bad for people. Except for, what's her face? Sister Jude. She's in.
Loyola? Yeah, she's playing Ohio State. Ohio State's about to ruin her day. Sister Jean, if you're out there, OSU,
Sister
I'm
Jean,
sorry.
That's her name.
She's coming for you. Ohio State, they're coming for you, Sister Jean. I'm sorry. No hard feelings.
She's what, like 103?
Ohio State's going to beat them, and Ohio State's going to beat Villanova. I'm not going to do it. It's not going to be me. It's going to be the TikTok men of Ohio State basketball.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a second.
No, God.
What the hell?
Oh, come on. They're just having fun.
The kid with all the tattoos. He always put all his thirst traps always come up on my For You page.
Jimmy, what's his last name?
Maybe.
Scotto? White man.
Yes.
Greasy hair?
Yeah.
That's Jimmy. We should get him on the show. We should get him on the show. We should get him on the show.
It's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, but he knows what he's doing. He has an audience and he's just playing into the audience.
Yeah, but like I'm a 25-year-old woman. I don't want a college kid's thirst traps on my For You page. So TikTok.
Yeah, you're not his audience. You're not his audience then.
I'm not.
He knows his audience.
Almost that.
He knows his audience, and yeah, he's fine. I'll ask him and be like, Jimmy, listen, you have 2 of your biggest fans. They want you on the show. We need some dance lessons. Come on over. And then are the TikToks cringeworthy? Yeah, but they're not for you. If you think it's not for you, it's not for you, guys. He's not trying to. Mr. J. Rich, the way the algorithm. He's not trying to bring you in.
The way the algorithm works is just so strange because like you interact with a lot of these sports stuff and then
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see any sports stuff on my own TikTok.
Do you really?
On my personal TikTok, I see no sports.
Oh, right. Well, you have a legit sports one too. So that
because I see girl stuff, food, dogs, house stuff, funny videos, literally sports not there.
My For You page is all over the place. It's sports, and then I've got sad videos of sick dogs, which is really not great.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I need to figure out a way to like adjust my algorithm to fix my For You page because it's the 3 things I've just told you are pretty much, I don't want those things. I got to figure it out.
Really quick, because I feel bad. This guy said, thanks. I wasn't trying to be mean. I wasn't trying to be mean when I said like it just wasn't for you. I'm just going to be honest. We're just not just trying to like capture with his videos. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Select audiences. A 19-year-old college kid dancing on TikTok.
He's 24.
No way.
I'm pretty sure he's 23, 24. He's in a like master's program.
He's a man.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm gonna look up his age, and then that's gonna be the last thing I have for tonight. He is 23.
No, I thought he was like legit.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. I was like, well, I mean, he's like 23. Yeah. Anyways, that's our college basketball recap is whoever makes the best TikToks and who would win from that. Ohio State's got it on lock. Ohio State would see you in the Final Four any day if it was a TikTok battle. That's all I got for you.
That should be the play-in tournament.
Right.
Like the first 4 in, whoever has the best TikToks makes it in. All right. Well, we definitely missed some things, but
we kept you guys a long time.
Yeah. And I don't know if both of our brains can mentally handle going for any longer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what we got for you guys. That was a fun Tuesday. I'm sure there'll be way more drama by next one. And
yeah, next week. I mean, if you thought this week was crazy, just wait until the rest of the week of free agency happens. More MLB stuff is going to go down. March Madness kicks off this week. So next Tuesday is going to be just as crazy, if not crazier than today. So
last thing, I have one last thing to say, because I was going to say this earlier, but I didn't say it. So the Browns may get better, but at what cost will that be?
Oh boy.
That's what I got. That's what I got for you guys.
And Patriots fans, I don't have any answers for you. So just wait it out. Belichick this isn't his first rodeo. We'll reconvene next week. That's it.
Okay. See ya later.
All right. Bye, everybody.